Thanks, Zach. Yeah, we didn't play poorly, I didn't think, last weekend at Texas, but just didn't play well enough, unfortunately. So we had some opportunities. You don't get many against a really good ball club at their place, and unfortunately we weren't able to take advantage of those. But I think Texas is an outstanding opponent, and I think that's a national championship caliber program. So pleased with how we played. A little disappointed in not taking advantage of those opportunities when we had them, and then offensively it was a tough weekend for us, and they had some big arms that went against us. So it's the second weekend outside, and understand still a little bit, but we didn't make many adjustments either, which was a little frustrating. So, but moving forward, we go to Greenville, like Zach said, and it's our it's a special place for us and for Michigan State baseball. So it's always a highlight of the year to go down there. We'll play 8 games in 11 days on the trip, 5 games in Greenville, Illinois on Friday in a non-conference game, Albany Saturday, James Madison Sunday, and then we host Winthrop on Tuesday, Clemson on Wednesday, and then we fly to Lincoln, Nebraska to open conference season. So it'll be a busy week, but it's all baseball during spring break, and it's one of the best times of the year, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Jake, did you have a little fall off last week, or is Texas that much better than Louisville?
I think both are outstanding. I think probably the pitching that we saw last week was maybe a little bit better than the first weekend. I think offensively both programs are really good. Not to take anything away from Louisville either, because the pitching that they have and they're going to run out there is going to continue to get better and better. So, it was a disappointing weekend offensively for sure. We saw more velocity last weekend than we did the first weekend, and it was tough for us to kind of get caught up to that.
All right. I'm curious, what do you want to learn from your team in this 11-day span of playing all these games? What do you want to see on the other side of things?
Well, I want to get better every day. We have the opportunity to be outside every day, which we have not had that opportunity yet, obviously. So, but the one of the best things about the trip, that we take every year to Greenville is they really open their doors up to us and say, this is, your place for the week. So guys will go in and hit at any time. We get on the field whenever we want to get on the field. And it really is just an all baseball, type of a trip. You're not really limited, maybe if we go somewhere else during the spring break, you're kind of limited with the facilities and the hours and who else is playing in there. Really, in Greenville, we kind of have the run of the place. And so watching those guys get to work, watch us be outside every day, looking to get better every single day, and hopefully, settle into things as far as, lineups and things like that once the Big Ten season starts.
And then to sort of follow up on that from I guess it'd be a tactical sense, when you build the schedule in these sort of non-conference games, how much of this is gearing up for what Big Ten play will have and sort of the conference tournament and sort of the paths you can get to the postseason?
Yeah, now more than ever, in a very, very competitive conference. That was kind of one of the ideas with scheduling Louisville early and then going down to Texas is, those experiences will get us ready for number one, UCLA when they come here in May, going to Nebraska, which is an outstanding environment and a very good ball club, and Oregon and Washington. You name it, USC. From top to bottom, the league is really, really good and continues to get better. So maybe not the best choice of RPI opponents as far as that's concerned, but two really good RPI opponents to start the year. Winning a couple of those games certainly helps. And not that this weekend is going to be getting any easier either. There's a very good chance we could see 3 number ones on the mound this weekend, and so everybody's got a guy that's good enough to beat you, and so we're going to have to, again, continue to get better, shore up some of the loose ends that we've discovered here over the last couple of weeks and get ready for Nebraska.
From a team chemistry standpoint, these long road trips, how beneficial can that be down the line? Because you're kind of, not forcing guys to kind of spend a lot of time with each other, go on these, bus rides and hotels and everything. How much benefit can there be down the line from this upcoming trip.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, this is where the team is really formed. I mean, going back to end of August, really. And I'm so thankful that I get to coach a sport in the spring, because you have a chance to build that team camaraderie and that team, philosophy, I guess, starting from day one. I can't imagine having 3 weeks to get ready in the fall and then going out and competing. So this trip, yeah, I mean, we're all together the whole time, and just like any type of family, there's probably some arguments and disagreements, but at the end of the day, it really does bring the team very, very close together, and that's what those road trips are like. And we just have the luxury of that happening, every weekend for the first 5 or 6 weekends here in the north.
Number 8 at 3, Bruins coming in number 1. Have you ever had a season where you play 9 games against teams in the top 8?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look. I mean, we've, the one year we went to Mississippi State and then went over to TCU on our spring break trip. Two very good programs. We've been to Texas A&M. We've been, a lot of different places in South Carolina and played some really good opponents. I don't know that we've played, 3 teams that are in the top 8 in the same year before. But, again, everybody's got a guy that can beat you, including us, and so I think that's part of the message. And I was proud of our guys, not only at Louisville, but at Texas for, the moment wasn't too big for them. I think we were in every ball game, and we had our chances in every ball game, and never really got away from us. Even Friday night's game, it was an 8-1, final, but it was late in the game we were right there. And so the difference obviously is they made some plays when they needed to, and we didn't. But our guys went toe to toe with those guys, and I think that's how you learn to compete.
You mentioned a chance you would face 3 number 1 starters. Coaches move that around based on who they're going to face, or do they try to keep their same rotation, and who it is who it is?
Yeah, it depends on who you're playing and what time of year you're playing them. I think this time of year, there's a lot of moving around and with rotations and things like that. We're keeping ours the same, but you don't know, so you have to assume that you're going to see everybody's number 1, and even if it's not a number 1, I mean, everybody can have that day, and so. We've certainly beaten some very good programs, and we've been beaten by some very good programs when guys just go out and they throw a lot of strikes, they locate both sides of the plate, and that's how this game is. So you need to be ready to play, regardless of the name on the jersey. You need to be ready to go, because again, everybody's got a guy on the mound that on that day they can beat you.
Fred, wrap it up with Fred.
You don't really have the luxury of a spring training per se, right?
Right.
Because 5 more games to play Nebraska, and all these games count. So do you play your best lineup every day, or do you tinker a little bit early in the year?
We've tinkered with it a little bit, and not that it's not our best lineup. We're trying to find the best lineup, right now. And so, again, offensively, we've struggled a little bit. So moving a couple guys in and out, we had, I think, 3 guys that played on Sunday that hadn't had a hit yet on the year. Ironically, all 3 of them got their first hit of the year. And so I think we're at a place where it's still early enough that, not every job is won yet. And so there's, we want there to be a lot of competition within our own dugout and within our own locker room for those spots. But there have been years where the lineup is pretty secure early on, and then there are years like this one where, there's still a lot of leeway. So we'll figure it out.
I don't have a weather app and don't want one, but will you get out at all before Greenville at that?
We're going to try. It doesn't look like it. Today and tomorrow are the only 2 options. We'll go to Greenville on Thursday, and it looks like the tarp's going to be on the field. It's supposed to rain on Thursday, so we may not be outside again until Friday morning. We'll see.
Real quick, Jake, can you give us 2 or 3 or 4 individuals that have played well so far and stepped it up in face of this competition? Just give an update on some of those guys.
Yeah, I think, on the mound, been really, really pleased with really all of our guys. Aiden Donovan's given us 2 quality starts. On Friday, Carter Monk is a transfer from Illinois State who was really good in Louisville and really good again at Texas. I think the bullpen's been good. Nolan Higgins has been very good out of the pen. Tommy Shapansky has thrown very, very well on the mound for us out of the bullpen again. And so, really pleased with those guys. And, Randy Seymour has swung the bat well at the plate for us. He's got a little power. I think he leads us in average. Ryan McKay maybe struggled a little bit early, but is coming, and he's too good of a hitter to not have a good year for us. So, those guys have been good. We had a lot of power the first weekend. I think we had 5 home runs in that opening series, and squared up a couple balls into the wind down in Austin that I think would have been gone, on any other day. But those are part of playing in the elements. So but they're a handful, 4 or 5 guys that really stepped up and done a nice job for us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.